Modern History of Education in America. Starting with the 1940s, with the end of World War II, troops kept flooding back to civilian life, resulting in many marriages and later creating the baby boom. After hearing stories of the Holocaust, people pleaded for a civil rights movement. Brown versus the Board of Education ruled that racial segregation of schools violated the Constitution because segregated schools were unequal. The government began funding schools that supported integration. However, schools in the South did not easily comply to this rule. Then, in the 1960s, the Civil Rights Act was established, which outlawed segregation in the United States in all public schools and public places. Then B.F. Skinner introduced behaviorism, which was controlling in the classroom, providing punishment for those who misbehaved and awards for those who overachieved. Soon after, Project Head Start came into play. It provided a high-quality education environment for children affected by poverty and gave them the skills they needed for kindergarten and education beyond. Then in the 1970s, after the Civil Rights Movement and after Martin Luther King's Civil Rights speech, desegregation and busing began. Busing was a controversial plan aimed at achieving desegregation in public schools. However, many did not like this plan. Then bilingual education was introduced, which provided classes for children who had limited English skills. Also included in the 1970s was the Equal Opportunity in Education Act, which prohibited discrimination on gender in all programs and activities receiving federal financial assistance. Then Congress also passed Education for All Handicapped Children Act, which guaranteed a free public education for children with disabilities. Then in the 1980s, a report was published, A Nation at Risk. It asserted that America's competitive edge was at risk and that we needed to go back to the basics in education. Later, in the 1990s, the computer revolution began, which provided at least one computer to every classroom and used them to improve career skills in all children. Students were given educational standards, national standards, and standardized tests. In the 2000s, George W. Bush announced his plan of No Child Left Behind. The goal was to improve the performance of the students in the United States. Charter schools were part of this system, and later America continued competing in the global economy and adding new ideas to the table of education.